routes of how to conquer different phobias.
Yeah, well, phobias, those are anxiety conditions. And again, you don't want to oversimplify, but to say anything meaningful, you got to kind of focus on one system. So your main system at play there, not exclusively, primarily is going to be norepinephrine. Again, you have that optimal zone of engaging something that might seem sort of daunting to you on some level, right? But not being overwhelmed with fear. So the way this has been approached, I think there's actually good things you can learn from psychology, but be very scrutinizing if you take a psych class. An old behavioral protocol called systematic desensitization. So, like, let's say, classic example, a person is, a child is bitten by a dog. Neighbor's dog gets loose, running neighborhood, comes up, bites the kid in the leg. Of course, the kid's screaming and terrified and has to go get medical treatment and all that. Well, it really wouldn't be that strange for that kid to have a dog phobia. That's perfectly understandable. But you don't want that kid to go through the rest of his or her life paralyzed by fear anytime they hear a dog bark or a dog approaches. And so what's going to happen there is the fear-invoking stimulus, in this case the dog, is going to be approached in incrementally closer steps. Okay? You're going to start off just by like showing the kid a picture on the screen of a dog, nice friendly little poodle. Okay, then they get a little bit of anxiety, they hear a dog bark. Okay, teach them how to relax themselves, kind of work through that anxiety. The next session is going to be a picture of a German Shepherd. Okay, maybe that was the type of dog that bit them. Maybe the next session you have a statue of a dog there. The kid's going to have anxiety. You're going to teach them how to calm down and navigate and negotiate that anxiety. The ultimate goal is going to be to have the dog on their lap, petting the dog, and being able to keep themselves calm. And that's very much learning. So you have fight or flight. You've heard of that before. Fight or flight. Norepinephrine right at the heart of that, noradrenaline. The third option is flow. That's what you want to learn. To neither fight. Sometimes you need to fight, right? But not usually. Okay. Sometimes you need to flee, right? But a lot of times you don't. The optimal zone is to learn how to flow with whatever that stimulus is. And that's very much a process of kind of like riding the wave of norepinephrine activity. Not being paralyzed by it, right? But not avoiding it either.